Welcome back to another video. Today it's time to get out there and harvest some rutabagas. Rutabagas aren't really a super popular crop among a lot of gardeners out there for maybe one reason or another. I don't know why, but to me they have an excellent flavor. They're fairly easy to grow and they can really be productive. So I'm going to take you out there and show you how I harvest rutabagas, and then also I'm going to talk about how I preserve them for over the winter. Let's get right down to it. So we're looking at some rutabaga here. Purple stems could be indicative of some anthocyanins. So these roots here aren't huge. I think I'm going to take the biggest ones here. This one might be even a little bit past its prime. I don't know, it's starting to form a bit of a stalk, even though these plants are biennial. But this is probably still good. So I'm going to harvest these to freeze. I'm also going to probably try drying some. The leaves, of course, are edible as well. You can use them like as you would kale, raw, cooked. Similar flavor to kale, but a little different. Actually kind of tastes more like popcorn or something. But there are some larger rutabagas down this row behind this guy. But I figure I'll harvest the larger ones. Maybe smaller ones might size up a little bit. Probably should have done this a few weeks ago, but didn't have time, so make the best of it. Here's one. This specific variety of rutabaga, I think, is the Collet Vert. So it's got like a greenish tint on the top of it, and then it's more like tan, goldish tan on the bottom. Whereas a lot of rutabagas in the store that you find are going to be purple on the top, and then more of a tannish color on the bottom. You can probably use the rutabaga similar to like how you would the daikon radish, or the tillage radish, I mean, for like improving soil, breaking up compaction, and all those things. It is a distant relative of the tillage radish. So here we have some rutabaga cut up into chunks. I put them into jars, and I just freeze them for over the winter time. I don't even bother blanching them. They keep their texture really well, and when I take them out, I just basically use the whole jar right away. Maybe I'll throw them into a soup, or cook them up a little bit, put them into a salad or something like that. But yeah, these guys are just really versatile, really useful for a whole bunch of different things. Just a really great food source. They're a lot sweeter, a lot more mild than the turnip, which is a close relative. But yeah, these, if you don't like turnips, these would probably have a much more agreeable flavor. So I generally definitely encourage people to give these a try, because the taste is amazing. So here we have some dried rutabaga kind of chips, they look like, right? Cut them nice and thin. And these aren't fully dry yet, but they're pretty close. And I tasted one, and the sweetness is concentrated a little bit more. I mean, they're not sweet, but there's definitely a little bit in there. Not bad for a cruciferous vegetable. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of experimenting. But they've got like a nice mild rutabaga type flavor. I'm gonna try drying these, continue to dry some over the winter time, see if they go well in like soup, or see how they reconstitute. Maybe you could grind them up into like a powder, or like some type of meal, and add them to like a grain dish, or maybe some type of starchy thing, maybe like a potato salad or something, or just use them as like a bulking agent. Maybe you could add them to pancakes, I don't know. But a lot of experimentation to do with this for sure. But this is kind of where it starts, right? With drying these and just kind of seeing what their flavor is like, what their characteristics are like, what they might fit best into. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this video on rutabaga. Maybe you'll be inspired to go out there at some point and plant some rutabaga seeds on your own as well. They're not a super popular crop, but they definitely could be, and maybe they will be. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for checking it out, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Take care.